Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to My Life Speaks. I am your host, Timothy Richardson, and we have with us a great panel on tonight. We got my boy Chris with us.
What's
We
up,
got my
man?
boy DJ back with us, and we have some guests with us on tonight. We have Mariah Powell. Thank you for joining us. And down in the corner, we have, you're going to have to say your name. Hold on, you muted. You muted.
But my real name is Talandia. I know my name on Facebook is Aliyah Tresse, but you can call me Talandia, or if you can't remember that, just call me T.
Okay.
All right, T. Well, we got T with us on tonight. Thank you so much.
I'm not even gonna try.
Thank you so much for joining us, y'all. Tonight's podcast is sponsored by Love Is Black. If you see, Love Is Black is one of the trendiest trends today. Clothing brand is sponsored for our show. This is it right here. Y'all can go to loveisblack.com. It's right there. Our promotion code is MyLifeSpeaks20. 20% off your total order. Loveisblack.com. Go there and get some of the stuff, y'all. DJ got his shirt on, y'all. Hey, we got to support our own, all right? All right, so let's get into it tonight. Hey, so tonight's topic is you want a Russell Wilson, but with future characteristics. Oh, my goodness. I think this is gonna be good. Look at the ladies already, like.
You see, right? Look at it.
So I've been interviewing people, right? I've been interviewing several women, and they keep thinking that they can have both. So Mariah, what's your take on that? What's your take on the Russell Wilson and the future conversation?
Now, I got to get a little clarity on the question so I can answer it right for y'all.
Okay.
So when you mean future characteristics, are you talking about like his personality or are you talking about his looks?
Personality. Both. Okay,
both. Yeah.
Both?
Uh-huh.
Okay, now if you're talking about his looks, his physical attraction, I think that's fair. I think that's fair because you can't help who you're attracted to or what look you're attracted to. I think everybody has a type, and I'm not talking about character, future character, but as far as like looks, I feel like everybody has a type that you're naturally attracted to or that you're naturally drawn to.
Okay.
In the future, that look might be your type. Now, I'm not talking about how he act or his character. Now, I don't agree with the character thing. Like, you can't get Russell out of Future because Future is not going to give you that. Like, Future he's for the streets. He don't care. He's not trying to stay at home. He's not trying to be a better man. He into sex. So, as far as characteristics, but as far as looks, I feel like you can't help who you are physically attracted to. That's something that's just, you're born with that attraction. So if it's with looks, I feel like, yes, you can want a Russell Wilson with a face like Future. But I feel like he should act like Future. He should act like Future. He got to act like Russell.
So it still kind of seems like you want both a little bit. It's like, it seems like you want a little bit of both. It's like you want a little bit of both.
No, I said the physical feature. So if her type is like Future in the face, Future in her body shape, like she like, that's what she like. Like, you don't want to force it, and then she not attracted to that person. She not attracted to that body. You know, she not attracted. I feel like that's gonna cause relationship problems in the future. Like, I think everybody should be real with their physical attraction and what they're attracted to.
I totally agree.
I think you should, like, men be honest, like, just like me and every man I've ever encountered, they tell you what they like, who they don't like, and they're very upfront as far as who they're willing to date. So I feel like as far as looks, if Future is her type, like, absolutely in looks. Now with character, how his integrity, his loyalty, his faithfulness, it's a no for me. I'll take Russell over Future. If we going on like behavior, I'll live a happy, quiet life with Russell. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But that's just my take.
Okay, T, what you got for us?
So I think the premises of the topic is that women want a bad boy. Like, they want somebody who's spontaneous, who's fun, who brings something that's not expected. And I think with Russell, it's more like a safe option. It's more like a family man. So I've always been the type that I would say I'm attracted to good dudes who can dress, and I label that as a dude who wears streetwear or somebody who's street aesthetically, but that doesn't mean I'm attracted to a bad boy. Now, you can have both, but me and my friend was having a discussion on this topic where women like men who dress in a certain type of way, and I don't feel like that has really an effect on their character, but a lot of people judge people on how they dress. Like a woman who dressed provocatively might be labeled as a woman who's out there, but I wouldn't assume that, and people do that a lot, and it's fair, but I don't think it's, when it come down to it, if that's not their character, then I wouldn't say that's fair. But
Absolutely.
But personally, me, I'm not attracted to a person who is like Future when it comes to their personality and their like how the way they treat women. But a lot of men look at Russell Wilson as like a simp, like he does right by his woman.
There you go.
That's true. Good point.
I wouldn't say that's real men who say that, but a lot of dudes say that. But I don't think it's fair.
Nicely said.
You know, and being a simp isn't really a bad thing if you're doing it for a woman that really treats you right.
That's good. Hey, so look, my fellas, what y'all DJ, you already got your hand on your face. What you got on it, man?
Man, don't do me like that, man.
What you
Where am I at on this? Hold on, man. I was trying to share the stream real quick.
Oh yeah. Hey, y'all, hey, please share it too, y'all. Please share it. Please share this. Go ahead. My bad, bro.
No, you good. So the thing that that really sort of makes that I thought about when I was hearing the topic is just like situations that I've been in myself as that good guy and knowing what it's like to be turned down because of the good guy.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say this. This is just like I'd probably be an unpopular opinion, but I'm gonna say this. I don't think it pays to be the good guy ever. And the reason why I say this is that
we come in last, right?
A lot of women when they're younger, they want that thug guy and whatever, not all, but a lot of them, that's what they want when they're younger.
Yeah.
But as they grow and become more mature, they start off wanting the future, but then they grow up, get older, a little bit more mature, and then they want the good guy. Now, from being the good guy that I am, one, I got an issue with why I gotta get the sloppy seconds. First of all, you know what I'm saying? Like you done got used up, and now you want me. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, just how the woman matures and wants the good guy. A lot of times the bad guy matures, and now he's a good guy. He's a little bit edgy. And
good point.
So a lot of women still like that little edge about him. So then what happens is that the good guy ends up losing again. On both ends of it, So I mean, like I've experienced this. I know what that's like. So it's kind of like hit a little nerve for me, right? I'm just kind of like thinking back on it, like I shouldn't have been a good guy. I don't think I could help it. You know what I'm saying? It is just who I am. You know what I'm saying? That's my character, personality. But I'm just like, having experienced that, I'm like, at what point does it ever pay to be the good guy?
The good guy, bruh. I totally get that, man. Because like my whole background is church. So they used to call me church boy growing up. You know what I'm saying? They'd be like, oh, we won't talk to the church boy. That's the church boy and all this stuff. But I agree. I agree because it's funny because then once she gets done a certain way, then she want to come back to the church boy. And it's like, oh, like you said, DJ, now I got to settle for somebody that been ran through. She done got mistreated and all this stuff. Now you want to come back. But it's like, how come you couldn't make, you know what I'm saying? Like, how come I couldn't be your first choice? So, like, it's a two-edged sword at times. Chris, what you got on
it? Okay. I'm going to try to twist it a little bit. I'm going to put it for the fellas because I can go on that too, but I think it'd be interesting if I bring up the fact that
that's true.
Men usually at a younger age would want a Beyonce, but with Trina characteristics.
I don't want no Beyonce.
Come on.
I don't want no Beyonce. Now,
I mean, you know, Tim, you know what it is. You want a good girl. You want a good girl on the outside. Everything looks pretty, but once you get those sheets going, you know what you're looking for.
Well, that's different though. I mean, like what you're doing inside of, you know,
it's just
of your own household. You know, that's one thing, man. But
some women aren't, you know, going into that, you know, into that moment yet, into that stage yet when you're doing that activity. But that's what you want. That's what you would want to look for. At a young age, a man will want something that's nice and pretty, that he can show, you know, that I have someone on my arm, but know what to do when it comes down to it.
So at what age do you, as a man, do you decide that you don't want somebody on your arm that's nice and pretty?
I don't think it's an age. I don't think you can put an age on it though. You can't cap that.
I guess my point is that I don't think you ever at any point as a man don't want, you know what I'm saying, somebody that's nice and pretty on your arm at any age.
Yeah, but you also expecting something to be done more outside of her character if you know, if the time comes.
But I think like that's where balance gotta come in at. Now, y'all know I'm not gonna do but I feel like that's where balance come in at. Like even if she is a good girl, and you know, like my girl said, like even if he is a good guy and he dressed nice, it's that balance. So she could be a good girl, and y'all know I'm on the celibate train, you know, so I'm gonna roll with the celibate people. But I feel like every man wants that with his wife. He wants a good girl, and then when she at home, he want her to be a different way.
Hey, like they say in the song,
a
lady in the street, but a freak in the bed.
Right, like
when you're married, when you're married, that's
you're married, yeah.
Right, but I feel like that's where the balance come in. Like even being a good girl or being a good guy or being a church girl or being a church guy. You know, when you marry and you get home, you have to do what you're supposed to do, you know, to make the relationship work. So I feel like that's where the balance come in. And you kind of got to like lose that identity when you are married as just being the good person. Or like you have to do what it takes for that relationship, that covenant to work. Right. So I feel like that's where balance kind of got to come in. Even being you can still be a good person and dress nice. You know, you can still be a good person and come home and do what you're supposed to do. You know, like I feel like that's where balance kicks in.
Right. Well, I want to address someone that said that I forgot who it was, but someone said it about Future being a simp because Russell being a simp because he was a good guy. I think it shows a lot of character, first of all, for a man to take care of another man's child as if it was his own. I think that shows a lot of character, how he doesn't divide. Now, we do not know what he does behind closed doors, but what we see, how he treats Future's son, you know, baby Future, how he treats him as his own. You know, he doesn't exclude him from things. So I think that's commendable. Now, there's some men who will call him a simp because of that.
Of course, yeah.
There's some men that say that, you know, another man shouldn't take care of another man's child. But see, that's where I disagree a little bit with that because I have children, and when I get married, I want somebody who has children versus no one who don't, because I don't want to have no more children. So I would, but I would take care of their children as if they was mine. Now that's just not being a simp. That's just being responsible. Yeah. So I think it's a difference, but I like his character. And see, the thing is, this is like all these conversations that I've had, a lot of them, I just don't think that we got to get to the point where you have to make a choice. And the thing is, we want what we want, but sometimes what we want don't necessarily line up with our like with what God has for us. You know, sometimes there are some things that we want and God say, no, you can't have it. You know, so where does the thing come in at to where, and then sometimes I'm gonna say this, sometimes you might have to settle. Now, a lot of people are gonna probably disagree with that.
Yeah.
You might have to settle.
You might settle, yeah, because you're not gonna get everything you want in a person. I don't think you'll get everything you want. There's gonna be something that's probably gonna be lacking.
Right.
Yeah, but you have to also, know what you will deal with and what you won't,
That's true.
you got to know
So
what
is
you're
that
dealing with.
settling then? So is that settling?
No,
I
I
think
mean,
it's being
I feel
like
like that's adapting.
Yeah, adapting. That's a good word for
Oh,
it.
that's good, T. Go ahead. Say that again, T. Say that
I feel
again.
like,
Talk.
but not to change the subject. I just want to piggyback off what Chris said earlier. So I feel like if you meet a woman who's a Trina and you're attracted to that type of person, I feel like if you wife that woman, you shouldn't want to change her into a good girl because that's what
Yeah.
you're attracted to at first.
Yep.
So
I definitely get that. Yep.
yeah, if you wife that person and you ashamed because you don't want people to think you like that type, I feel like you shouldn't try to change that person because that's who they are.
Facts.
So, that's just my opinion.
So I actually wanted to go back. I was reading, the comment that you had up earlier from
Which one?
I guess Karita Carter. She
This one.
says, so what's the difference from men running through hella women in the younger years until they're ready to settle down? I'm sure he went through several good women as well, goes both ways. And then she says, y'all ran through as well. So here's the thing about that, and I hear what she's saying. I don't necessarily disagree. I think it really depends on. I think sort of some ways that men and women sort of look at this differently. Now, so I would have to ask this question to the women on the panel: how important is the man's history to y'all as far as what I'm saying? Because I know for us as men, it tends to be more important for us, what I'm saying, than it is for y'all. I mean, like I know we don't typically want to be with a woman that's got a high body count. You know what I'm saying?
Good,
like, I think every man has a number in his head. Like, what I'm saying? Like we get past this number, it's too many, or it might be like she can't have more than me. You know what I'm saying? whatever that standard is for you. I think we as men have that number, but I don't know, and again, it's for the women. How much do y'all care about that?
Well, me personally, what they did in their past really don't have nothing to do with me. Everybody goes through life. They're young at some point, so they make decisions that they may not be proud of, or they just do things that it's in the moment. I personally don't really focus on that, but I feel like if you have a high body count, you can't go to somebody else and be like, oh, you can't have one either, because I did the same thing you did. You can't judge me on what I did when you did the same thing. So I don't think that's fair. But if you have a certain count that you can't go past, and you I didn't do that when I was younger, and you prefer that in somebody else, then that's your preference. But saying that and you did the same thing, I don't think that's fair to say.
Yeah.
What you got on it, Mariah?
See, my perspective is a little bit different. I feel like, and I agree with what she said. Like, if you're out here, like the lady said in the comments, if you're ran through, you shouldn't have any. You should be very compassionate, and you should be very understanding, and you should really y'all was in the same. Y'all was outside together. Y'all was outside together. You know what I mean? For me personally, I understand that men may have, a little more experience than us women do. But for me personally, I feel like a man that's been with everybody is not the man for me. Because I don't want to be at the grocery store, and I respect that. I respect that he was with women before me. I respect that he could have had kids before me. I respect that he's a human being and nobody is perfect. However, I have like he said, I have a number. Like, I want to be at the grocery store, and you leftovers too. You know what I'm saying? Like, if the girl laughing at me, she done been with you, and whether you talk to her still or not, she know you. Like, I want somebody that is, and he doesn't have to be perfect. He can have a past, but I want a guy that actually he cares about himself. He cares about. He not just, he have some type of self-respect, because that's embarrassing. Like your new guy is everybody's old guy. So for me, I feel like you can have a past, but I personally don't want to know how many people you've been with. Like we can take it to Jesus come back. You don't even have to tell me because I know after a certain amount I'm gonna be turned off. Like, you know what? I would just go on with the other one. Like I can't do it. You know, mentally I can't. Just don't even tell me.
Well, you know what? That is a beautiful thing to hear. Because me being a musician and a pastor's son, in my younger days, I was off the chain. I ain't gonna lie.
They be off the chain.
Mm-hmm.
I was off the chain, man. Like once I told Chris and G, like they heard this. I said, like, once I discovered that I had a gift of music, of playing music, and you know, I saw like the women that it attract. Oh, I took advantage of it. What? Oh man, I was off the chain. So like when that conversation come up, I'd be like, so yeah, But once again, like T said, like that was in my past though. Like now, I'm not doing a lot of this stuff. Like, you know, I'm 37 now, so it's different. But you know,
doing a lot of that stuff.
Yeah, no, I'm cool now. I'm cool.
I'm gonna call you out. I ain't doing a lot of that.
I slowed down a lot, man. Like after a while, you know, like it's like a lot of stuff played out. You know, I'm at the age where it's like I want family now, so it's different. Back in my teens and my early 20s, I was playing and all that, but now, you know, you get to a certain age, you want family. So
with a woman, do you care about her body count?
You said what now?
I said with a woman, when it comes to you care about her body count.
Yeah, he does. I'm telling you, all men do. All men do.
I don't understand it.
I feel like it's a double standard.
It is. It is definitely a double standard, but in some ways it makes sense, I guess. You know, I mean, because like, I don't even know how to really say this.
I mean, I'm saying like,
I understand how y'all.
Come on, you got it. Come on, you got it.
Nah,
I get what you're trying to say.
It's never gonna be fair though. Like it's never.
It's not. It's not gonna be fair. And I think some things we might have to accept is not gonna be fair. I don't know. But yeah, it's hard. What'd you say, Chris?
Do we think as gentlemen, do we think it's more I don't know, it's more compassion to a woman's sexual nature for us because we
that's good.
It's because we cherish it so much and we know what can come of it. Life can come of it. So is that the reason why we harp so much on the body count?
Yeah, I think that has a lot to do with it. You know, because we, you know, women carry children, you know, and I think for that reason we part, you know, I think somewhere deep inside of us, we want to make sure that womb is clean, you know what I'm saying, so to speak. I know not to say that the womb is dirty. I don't mean that.
Right.
Yeah, we don't want no dirty.
But,
we get what you're saying.
You know,
want it dirty. Yeah.
And then too, I think part of it is that men, we're more visual than women. You know, and there's going to be a part in every guy's mind at some point in time that he's going to think about you being with somebody else as a woman, you know.
Okay.
And, you know, it's going to be somewhere in the back of this man's mind because we're very ego driven as well. You know, not only are we going to visualize at some point in time that there was, you know, another man, you know, who has entered our woman at some point, you know, we gonna see it like it's happening right in front of us, you know, and you know, and like was mentioned before, if I see a guy that I know has been with my woman and me and my woman are together in the grocery store, I might be ready to fight the dude.
It's uncomfortable.
Just because I don't want to even be in the same room with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and I think it's just it's really the visual for us. It's the ego for us as well. You know, as men, we're highly territorial, you know, and I think sometimes the best thing to do is just get to another city somewhere, you know, where we have less of a chance of running into anybody you may have had relations with at any point in time, you know, because it's gonna mess with us.
Yeah,
that is true. I mean, look. Let me say it like this, man. Look, I'm about to drop something. This is gonna be so real. This is why you see a lot of older men with younger women because they don't have so much high body count. Okay, I'm talking about men that be in their 40s and their 50s with 25-year-olds,
you might
26
be onto
year
something.
24-year-olds. That's the reason why you see a lot of older men with younger
But
women.
I feel like
There's some other reasons why I think
Look at
that.
T. Look at T. Look at T. Look at T. Look at T.
I'm just holding my thoughts.
that's
T.
a double standard because I'm saying like just like
Look at T.
an older guy can get a younger girl, an older girl can get a younger guy. Like
So
y'all barely can get it
I've
up
been
at
there.
y'all age when y'all
right
get
and
Wait a minute.
She cannot swing.
they got stuff for that. They got stuff for that. They got stuff.
But
You know.
health wise, you can't do too much of that.
So
it just,
I say this. I think probably I've always figured that the main reason why you saw older men with younger women was actually more for security reasons. Like we know that women typically mature faster than boys, girls mature faster than boys.
Very true, very true.
And for a woman, I think a lot of what the attraction for the woman in the older man is that an older man is established usually, you know what I'm saying? He's got experience, He's got a career or whatever going on. And that's going to be more appealing because he seems more like security, he seems more like protection than a younger man will be. And for an older man, as long as you can, still get it up, I think, as was mentioned early, family still is very important to us.
Exactly.
So, we all know that at some point in time, women lose that capability to have children. And even though, as men, we can have them until we're in the grave, as long as you can get it up. So for me, or the way I think a lot of older men look at it is that as a younger woman, you still have, all your functioning parts. Like our parts function, your parts got to function as well. You know what I'm saying? So I do believe that that's what it is. And also, and I hate to get into like this grooming thing, but I do think part of it too that an older man feels like he can mold a younger woman into the woman that he wants her to be. That once we all get to a certain age where we're too stuck in our ways to change how we are for the person that we're with.
Right.
So I think that's why we see that a lot as well.
Well, first I want to welcome Tina. Thank you for that. Hey, DJ, that was good. But welcome, Tina.
Yeah, well said. Well said.
You are no stranger.
Hey everyone, looks like I came in on a great conversation. Hey everybody.
Tina, it's getting good. So let's get to Jaleesa comment real quick. She said, no, it's because most men are insecure and the thought of someone being bigger and better scares y'all, my opinion.
Girl, stop.
But you know what? But you know what? She's not wrong. I mean, I don't think she's totally wrong about this because, like I said, we're visual. Also, we're egotistical as well. So the thought that another man might be better than you, might be putting it down better than you. We don't even want to have them thoughts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All of that plays a part of it.
I think y'all have to be realistic and say, okay, if you are an older man or if you're a man of a grown age, then the women you come in contact with are most likely going to have other sexual partners that they've been with. So you can't help that. Neither can she. So I feel like unless you're going to be with a virgin, I mean, she's going to have more.
Yeah, I ain't trying no virgin.
Partners. So I really feel like it's not fair because y'all can be with the same amount of people, but she's going to get looked at and judged regardless because she's a woman and, her sexual parts are different than y'all. So, the more she takes, she may not have kids later. So I feel like it should be more fair on both parts because it's just something that can't help.
That's good. Tina, so to bring you in, the topic, well, I think the topic because I'll be, sending them to you. But the topic is you want a Russell Wilson, but with future characteristics. And I think you said something about the type of your ideal man that you want. I don't think you want a man that has no type of inkling with Future, correct?
No, once I find out that you got those Future characteristics, it depends on, I mean, now if something pop off, now that's different. But if you got those Future characteristics, you just walking around, and it's a regular day, I'm probably not gonna be attracted to that.
Oh, okay. So
What?
so you're not attracted to. So okay. So would you call Russell Wilson? So for instance, like when the lady called Michael B. Jordan, she called him a cornball. She said he was a cornball. So would y'all consider him a cornball because he wasn't the type of man that she had normally talk to?
I feel like he a good man. Like, and probably because I'm more.
She spoke up quick.
Shout out to Michael. Say, no, I'm just playing.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
See the video, but no, I'm just playing. But I feel like he's a good man, and I feel like when I was younger, I can relate to that. Even with the men, like when you're younger, you want that person as he's popular, he dressed nice, he got money, he's just that guy. He got all this fake confidence in the world, but he's toxic. He's not good for you. And then as you get older, you want to settle down and you want a man that's boring. Like for me, I'm okay with a man that's boring. I'm okay with a man that don't have drama and don't come with a whole bunch of baggage. So for me, I feel like Michael B is a good pick.
Do you okay, dude? I gotta ask the ladies this. When it comes to the Future characteristics that is attractive at a certain age, I'm not saying I'm talking to people that's still within that, not past it. Is it the adrenaline of danger, or is it that they feel safe knowing that they're going to handle the business if something jumps off?
Can I just have you guys define these characteristics before we go on? Because some people may know what characteristics you're talking about, but I just want it to be more clear.
In my opinion, I don't know about the other people that's on the show. In my opinion, when it comes to Future characteristics, someone that's edgier, that's from a bad area, but made the most of that because he adapted well enough. Whatever circumstances may be, whether it's drugs, killing, whatever the case may be, he was able to adapt well enough. That's what I mean by Future characteristics versus what a Russell Wilson would be, as far as family man on the surface, family man, church man, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
I listen. Okay, this is what I want. I want a family man. He's told in the Bible, but then he know how to get the other piece out when he needs.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at. Yeah.
Okay, but he ain't nothing to be
so you want
played
to swing a gun?
Wait, yeah, because I got one. But
Tim, I sent you that picture, Tim. I sent you that.
But at the same time, he'll prey on, he's quicker to prey than to pull something out unless it's like we in immediate danger. Like he knows how to go into spiritual warfare as well as physical warfare. Okay. Now that's different if you got somebody just know physical warfare and they don't know nothing about that spiritual warfare. I need you to know both.
That's good.
I think that's when you get to a level of maturity, though. But working your way to that point, if you're out in these streets and you're just having fun, like I think they'll lean more so towards the excitement, the danger side versus something that's going to be a sure thing.
So I don't know how old the women are on this panel, but I'm 24. So I feel like speaking from women on my age, I think we are attracted to the adrenaline, the rush, the fun part.
Yeah.
Like I feel like women who like street dudes, they like them because they are respected more in the streets. They have more. It gives them more of a sense of masculinity than a man who's on the straight and narrow and who's more softer. Or, you know, they don't even have to be softer as in like feminine, but they don't, you know, have the alpha male traits that.
Yeah, it's just the opposite of a street dude.
Yeah. Well put, T. Well put, T.
Wait a minute now. Hold on. What I'm attracted to is a business professional. This is what I've come to learn. Okay.
Facts.
Some of the men that are edgier, they got the street down. They got the, you know, they can fit in well in the hood. They feel out of place at my business meetings with me. You know, they may feel out of place at a red carpet gala. You know, so it just really depends. When you get older and wiser and you're doing bigger things, you want people that can step in the rooms with you and be comfortable with you. But if something pop off, they can handle it too. But that side of them has kind of died all the way down. Now they walk with a different type of swag. They walk with a business suit on, tailor made. They know how to, you know, speak the language of sophistication versus hood. So it just really, for me, I'm more leaning towards the you know, wisdom. Yeah.
Hey, hold on. I got to say what Pete Lee just said. He said, why they think making born and godly men seem soft? That's not the case at all. Thank you. Facts.
No, and that's why I had to I said godly, but he know how to pull that piece out.
Yeah, he gotta be protective. Like if he is not protective, it's a women thing. We want to feel like we're protected. So if we go somewhere and it's other men around, we want to see that he's being protective over us. He's as a man, like don't be, if other men come around, you better not shy away and be at.
But then there's sometimes But then there's sometimes when a man sees something, the male will see something ahead of time because he's supposed to be aware of certain things. And he'd be like, you know what, we're not gonna even go in that environment. Because he knows now she has to be okay with, like, okay, babe, okay, maybe he knows something that I don't know. And knowing, like, if I go in this environment, maybe something could jump up. So I'm not gonna even, like, let's just go over here and chill. Like, there comes a time when you get some age on you, sometimes you just want to chill and vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like, you change, you know, like, you change little things. Go ahead, DJ.
I think the thing that, I mean, I agree with you 100% on that. It's like, look, I'm not even going to go into this environment and I'm not going to take you in there. But I know a lot of times there are a lot of women that's like, what, you scared? Like,
that's what they'll say.
You scared? You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I got both of our best interest in mind right now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, no, I intentionally did not go over there because I knew what was going to happen over there.
Facts.
You know, but now I'm scared, which now makes me a beta and not an alpha because I chose not to engage in something that was a bad idea from the beginning.
Facts. I mean, hey, and just like I think Kiara said something. She said because they are able to step in different rooms and won't feel uncomfortable, or if they are able to be out of place, right? Like, you know, but see, the thing is this too, is like, you got to be true to yourself as well, you know? So my thing for me, I didn't come from the streets. I don't know nothing about the streets. Okay. I don't try to proclaim it or to say, oh yeah, I'm a thug and all that. I can't live that life. Okay. But now when it comes to protecting mine, that's different. That's different. There's a different role that you play when it comes to protection. That's just a natural man thing for us protection. But I'm not going to try to show something or try to be a certain way to get this woman. Like, no, I'm gonna be me. And see, the thing is, they have to like who you are. If they don't like who you are, then it just ain't gonna work.
See, I would then be questioning if the woman that I'm with is the woman I need to be if she expects me to put myself in dangerous situations.
Facts.
You know, like I'm here to protect you, but don't do something that's gonna cause me to have to protect you. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't go talking mess to Mike Tyson. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I agree. And then
don't put me in that.
This is the thing. I don't feel safe around. Some men are very hot, you know, hot-headed. They have a quick temper. And these may be the men that you say have future characteristics because they ready to pop off at any time. I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't feel safe around you because you, I feel like you gonna pop off at the wrong time, at the wrong person that's ready and that's about that life y'all, and now here I am on your arms. I'm
Yeah.
riding in the car with you, me and my kids with you. I ain't got time for that. We trying to live
Facts.
a nice life, but low key, okay?
But see,
I mean, some women are interested in that though still.
But see,
But
I think
that's
that
some
comes with
women, so I'm
age.
just
I
here
think
to
it
tell
comes
you
with.
not all.
But see, I think it comes with age. Like when we was younger, we would be more subtle to put ourselves in certain situations. But like once you get in your middle 30s
Yeah.
and you almost like there's certain things you don't even want to be into, you know what I'm saying? So it's just a difference. Now T, she said she's 24, so she's still trying to get it on and popping. You know what I'm saying? You know, she
I don't
get it
think she
on and
said
popping.
that, Tim.
Nah, she get it on.
I don't think that's what she said.
T
I think she
said
was
she
speaking for
Being
her
that good girl
demographic.
like
He
Bad
was
Boy
speaking
say.
for her.
No, I wouldn't say that. I've always
I'm
been
just messing
mature
with
for
you.
my age, so I don't like bad boys. I don't like dudes who are in the streets. Like I don't really gravitate towards that. I mean, if you came from that and you grown and you more mature now, then I can understand that. But you know, if you still in it, you know, I'm not interested in that because I never been a conversation person.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The one thing I will say about, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was just agreeing with her. Like some men can't help where you come from now. If you just kind of got that swag just because you got that, you know, it's from where you're from. Yet you still have a level of sophistication. You're educated. You got that, but you still got a little, you know, edge about you. That can still be attractive.
Yeah, use it as your advantage. People should use it. Use it as your advantage.
Yeah.
I don't claim to be anything that I'm not anymore. I used to, and I found out the hard way. But I mean, you got to be true. You got to be true, right? I was in bad neighborhoods growing up my whole life, and I would try to pretend to be something I'm not. I got introduced to some things, and I was not cut out for it, and I had to face that head on. Yeah. By saying that, I think it's a good thing if the person come from there, because the one thing you are taught and learn quickly is learn to adapt in any situation. Some don't adapt well in certain settings, but the general purpose of growing up in the hood is learning how to adapt and survive. And I think that's important.
Yeah.
But see, so me, I mean, that's why I say, like, I didn't grow up in the hood, so I learned a lot of stuff by school, you know, with school. You know, like I learned different, you know what I'm saying? So you know, like y'all might laugh at me if I tell like how I learned certain things, you know what I'm saying? But don't be like, hey, you all right? You
I'm laughing already.
But nah, like, you know, cause like I would go to school and like, you know, I would see certain things, so I would try to but I was never a type that wanted to fit in. I always wanted to be by myself, but I will see certain things, certain ways. So I'll try to have the J's, or I never wore my pants off my butt. Never did that. But it was certain things that I was seeing to try to try to look like something that I wasn't. Mm-hmm. You know, until I learned, like, you know, just being me. And like once I found just being me, and then I learned how to get women my way, then I was like, oh, I'm cool then. I don't gotta, you know what I'm saying, do certain things. You know what I'm saying?
I think part of the reason why, you know, sometimes we find ourselves in those situations when we're pretending to be something we're not is in order to fit in with the group. You know, like, I mean, like I grew up sort of the same way Chris was describing, like, you know what I'm saying, I came up in a rough area, but I never really fit into that myself. You know what I'm saying? I was more of a homebody. A lot of the friends that I grew up with in and out of prison, and you know, so, but it's like that's still the environment. You still have to be able to survive in the environment that you're in. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So sometimes you gotta put on a little bit, at least you feel like you have to put on in a certain way and pretend like you're something, because you still have to fit in with the people who are around you as a matter of survival. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't be the cornball dude hanging out with a bunch of thug guys. You know what I'm saying? That can get you messed up. You know what I'm saying? That people will try you know, and then you end up trying to pretend like you're something you're not. And guess what? they try you anyway.
And
You
bro,
know what I'm
and bro, that happened to me like too. Like that happened to me. Like I would go to my. Why you laughing again, Tina? Like, so I tried to go to the clubs with my uncles, right? So my uncles were a lot older than me, but I would try to go with them because I don't have no brothers. I just have 3 sisters. So I would try to go to the club. I'm like 18, 19, right? And I'm like, this is my first time, all right? First time. And so I'm seeing a lot of stuff, and I'm like, oh, like I'm just sitting like my eyes big, right? And I'm like, and somebody was like, a female, she was like, what you doing in here? You ain't even supposed to be in here. Like, this ain't even you. I'm like, now this woman don't even know me. She don't even know me. And you know, like, when you go to like clubs back in the day, like you would just stand against the wall with your boys. So we were standing against the wall, and the girl was like, she's like, what you doing in here? This ain't even you. And I'm like, man. And so after that, I was like, yeah, I knew it. Like, yeah, that wasn't for me. That was my little experience. I was like, yeah,
people who are from that environment can sniff you out. You know what I'm saying? So ultimately, it's best to just be who you are. Because you know what I'm saying? Like, one, it's hard to keep up that act anyway. And then 2, they're gonna sniff it out. And depending on who you're with, they might just respect you more, you know what I'm saying, for being who you are, you know, and not trying to pretend, than trying to come in there. I mean, because even like I said, even when you're from that environment, like I'm from that environment, but I wasn't a part of that. So in some ways, looking back on it, I felt like I was appropriating the culture of the people that was in the culture that I was a part of.
Same here.
So it was like, it don't even feel natural. I feel like I'm still in something that don't belong to me. And you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's like if a white dude came on here right now with dreadlocks, we'd be like,
bruh.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Bruh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I know some people do that. I know there's a whole culture that do that. But you know what I'm saying? We would be like, yo, what, you know what I'm saying? Why you got on the do-rag?
Right.
Bro,
if his hair is like Tina's, right, I'm questioning.
Now, now Tim, it's beautiful, Tina. On you, it's beautiful. But
for sure.
Now, Tim, he mentioned something interesting, and I think DJ was alluding to it as well, on how to garner the courage to go after women you are attracted to while posing as this, let's say, a future characteristic type of person. Mm-hmm. You're posing as that, and you're trying to approach a woman. How does that actually go? Why is that a big thing for us?
Yeah,
a big thing for me.
No, at the time when you're growing up, obviously not now.
I don't think it was ever my thing. Like, go ahead, Tim.
Well, all right. So you know, I was hanging with some older guys from the church, right? But they was like in the church, but wasn't the church, but they was in the. Y'all know what I mean? Like they had just come to church, but they really wasn't. Right. So I was hanging with some of them. And you know, like they was calling back in the day, they would call it spitting game. You know, like you got to spit game to these girls. You know what I'm saying? You know, look, they looking like what? Look at T. She like what? What are you talking about? So, but no, like
I think The Wood is a good movie talking about this topic. The Wood, if you ever seen it.
Yeah. But no, so like they would talk about like spitting game and all this. So, and I was, you know, like, and I would watch them like try to talk to women, and I'm thinking you gotta have this profound way of speaking, like, you know, like you gotta have this like this way to get her but now at 37 I'm like, bruh, it's really simple stuff, man. But like, hey, how you doing, how your day going, you know, my name is it's simple stuff, right? But back then I'm thinking like you got to say something so profound. And to answer Jaleesa's question, she said, why, Tim, why were you trying to be someone else? Well, yes, it was rap songs, it was rap music. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I couldn't listen to that stuff at home, so back then T and Mariah, don't laugh at me, okay? Because I'm about to tell y'all, I told y'all my age, but we used to listen to CD players, okay? So look at that.
So a CD is like this.
What are those again?
So T, a CD was this thing you would put in.
We know what a CD is.
Okay.
We see that. We know what CD is.
So you know.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Why do you have that? Why do you have that?
Who got the CD?
Who got what?
Tina.
Well, this is my album, so I did order some in CD form.
Okay. All right.
So thank you, Tita.
Shameless plug.
So T, that's a CD right now.
That's
Oh my
it's
God,
called,
I have to see this.
it's called a portable. Well, first we used to have a Walkman. I don't even know y'all know what a Walkman is. We had a Walkman, then we had a CD player, and we used to burn songs. Off our computer on CDs, and I used to be walking around like I was a stuff, right? Even though I wasn't. So to answer your question, Jaleesa, yes, I used to walk around playing Soulja Boy, Young Jeezy, Lil Wayne, Cash Money, Master P. I used to walk around. I had all the up-to-date songs back in the day. 3 6 Mafia, Yin Yang Twins. I was listening to all this stuff, okay? But when I came in that house, that stuff went right in my book bag. Like, I didn't bring it out. I didn't do nothing, okay? Matter of fact, look, I was the one selling CDs. I would be selling CDs at my school. I would burn them at home, and I'd sell them at school. I'd be like, hey, give me 20 songs you want. I go get them. Like, I was the plug. I was selling penny candy, all this stuff at school. So like, yeah. So now that's how I hustled. I ain't do no street stuff, but I did do that stuff.
So I do have a question for the ladies. Like, do you all feel pressure to be something that you're not? I know a lot of times, especially as Black women in the workplace, there's always that pressure to be something that you're not. But like, just like in your daily environment, or do you feel like you have to, even like maybe if you were showing interest in a man, do you ever feel like I have to pretend like I'm something that I'm not in order to either get the man or to fit in with my environment, not the work environment, because we already know how that goes. But do y'all experience that yourselves?
Well, me personally, I would say, yeah. I feel like now more than ever with surgery and just a certain type of aesthetic, like I feel like I am pressured into doing that, but I'm in a phase now where I'm trying to embrace the authentic me. So with me, I don't feel like I have to be somebody else to attract a man, because men are pretty much attracted to anything. Not men like, grown men, but like dudes who are still trying to come into themselves, younger dudes. So I don't feel like it's that. Like, I'm the type of person, like, I've always been genuine. I've always been a good girl. So
there's that social media pressure. Then I'm guessing that, that certain image that you have to portray.
Aesthetically, yeah. From my looks, yeah. I do feel like I have to do that. But me, I feel like with me, it's more of a social thing. Like, I'm not a social person. So I have to do some things that I don't like to do to, connect with people more. But I wouldn't say that's a downfall for me. I feel like that's something I have to do in order to build my career. So that's my experience.
Right.
Okay.
Like, yeah, agreeing with her. Like, when it comes to my business, like doing business meetings or working with clients or doing business deals or brand deals or things like that, I do have to show up as a business professional. I do have to show up as the owner of the business. I do have to be the one to sign the contract, and it's still me. It's just a different version of me in a different environment. But
again, that's still like within that work realm, because we know that we all have to be a little bit different when it comes to like the professional.
Facts,
but in your personal, do you feel those pressures?
I don't. Like, as far as personal, like, I've always been a leader. So like, even when I was a kid, like, I would be the influencer before I was the good girl. Like, before I got saved and before I loved God, I was always the one influencing other people to do whatever I was doing. I was the type of person like, come on, girl, let's go do this. And girls would, gravitate to that. So it was kind of like how I was raised. My mom kind of like told me and all my sisters, like, don't follow after nobody. Like, you be a leader, be yourself, love yourself. So in social environments, of course, that's going to come with rejection. Of course, some people go gravitate to you. Some people are not going to gravitate to you. But I feel like when you spend time alone with yourself and you
there you go.
got to know who you are and you you really are comfortable with who you are, no matter who come around you, you're going to show up as you. You know what I'm saying? And if they want to be a part of your life, then that's amazing in dating. You know, if they feel like you're a good fit, that's perfect. But you're going to appeal to somebody.
That's
like,
it.
Going to be somebody that's going to relate to you. Like, everybody not going to reject you. You just need to find somebody that is compatible with you, that likes to do the things that you like to do, whether friendships or relationships, and you go have a great, healthy relationships.
That's good. That's good. We're at the 9 o'clock hour. Chris, it's on you.
All right. My Life Speaks is sponsored by Love is Black. As you can see, the gentleman up top, we're rocking our shirts. Tim got the hat on.
Boom.
The t-shirts fit pretty well. As you can see, it grabs our arms pretty well and our body. And if you go to the website, loveisblack.com, www.loveisblack.com, you can get 20% off your next purchase using our promo code My Life Speaks 20. Again, My Life Speaks 20 to get 20% off your next purchase.
I'm trying to show off the t-shirt. I'm knocking stuff off my desk, man. I had to catch my keyboard from hitting the ground.
Hey, hey, you funny, man. But look, hey, I want to get to some of these comments, man, because the comments are coming in real good.
Can I answer?
Yeah, Tina, Go
ahead, Tina.
So my answer is gonna be a little bit different. If I was to seem, your question was really good for women, okay? And at first I was like, no, I don't need to do anything. But if it's anything, it would be to tone down. I've been tempted to do it, but tone down who I am in the business world. And because I'm a CEO, you know, I'm a
Oh, that's right. You come
recording artist.
Oh, okay. Tell your resume. Come on.
I'm an influencer. I have I have, you know, my resume is extensive. Basically, I do a lot of different things, and I own an event venue and different things. I have given my number to men that seemed really interested, but as soon as they saw my they didn't call me. And over the time, I started realizing these men were looking at my profile and sizing me up as like, I don't even know if I can measure up. Maybe this is what I'm thinking. For them to be excited and then not call after they see my profile, you know, hey. So some people and women have come to realize, and I think that's where they start saying, people don't want like women leaders, educated, women that are career oriented, or they have big, you know, they're CEOs. Sometimes men are intimidated by that, or I don't like the word intimidated, but sometimes that's not something they're attracted to.
You touching on our topic on the 23rd. That's our topic.
So I'll say this about that. I think sometimes the leadership role is seen as a masculine trait. Okay. Now we all, men and women, we both exude both feminine and masculine traits. So there's nothing wrong with that. But I think that could be a part of the reason why it might be intimidating for a lot of men, as you know, because of that. Also, I think a woman that has a lot of credentials for a man might seem like she's gonna be a lot of work. You know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta, like, you know, because as men, we already feel like we gotta compete with the rest of the world. You know what I'm saying? So when we're back in the household, in our homes, we don't want to feel like we have to compete against you for the leadership in the household, you know. I mean, I don't know how y'all feel about the whole dominant submissive type thing, but I know a lot of men would rather be the dominant in the household. And if I have to come home after having to compete with the rest of the world, and I got to come home and compete with you, with, you know, I mean, if we could be equals, that's great. But if I'm constantly fighting for either my equality or my leadership, that might be a turnoff as well. So I can understand why, if you, as a woman, if you're looking for a relationship, you might feel like you have to sort of, you know, dumb yourself down a little bit or whatever to secure that. But my question to you, ladies, is what level do you need to have that man on? Let's say that man is not on your level, as far maybe he doesn't have, let's say, the same credentials. Maybe are you going after the man that's working at McDonald's? I mean, does the man that working at McDonald's got a shot with you if you are a CEO of your own company and an influencer or whatever it is you might,
Man, heck nah, man. They did good.
All right, Tim, I'm asking the ladies, Tim.
Man, they gonna drive right.
The ladies, Tim.
Hey, how you
that was my same response. That's what I was thinking, Tim. But I can't speak for the ladies though,
Are you saying are we actually, this is a good conversation, but are we actually going for the average dude versus
I'm saying like you were mentioning, like maybe somebody might, you might been interested or something, and then once that man finds out what your credentials are, maybe he backs off. But what chance does he really have?
There you go. Say it
with
like
the woman that has such credentials as you have, or you ladies all have, like maybe that man is not in his life where the same thing you are. And again, this goes back to what I was saying earlier.
I mean, that's why
women tend to be attracted to older men, because they more than likely have already gotten that.
More stable,
where somebody your own age may not be on the level where you are. So,
well, I mean, if he has the mindset like what you said earlier, that she has all of these credentials, I may not be the man of the house, he's gonna be the one to pick his own self apart, and I guess self-sabotage the whole thing before it even gets started. Because I want a man who I can submit to. I want a man that's going to take on the leadership roles, because I'm a leader right now because I'm single. I'm a go-getter right now because my kids are depending on me.
But do you think you could be submissive to a man that doesn't have the same?
Oh, come on, hit that, say that, finish it. Finish that.
He might not have the same credentials that you have.
The same resume.
So I've heard at one point in time that every woman has the ability to be submissive to the right man. So what type of man would it take for you to be submissive to? Can he be the McDonald's guy, or does he have to be a CEO? Like, does he have to be a professional? What type of man would it take for you to feel like I can be submissive to him?
Well, now, to be fair, we do have to be on some of the same levels. He don't have to be doing the same thing that I do, or he doesn't have to be an owner of a business, but he does have to have a vision. Because, I mean, let's see, a year ago, I didn't own a business, but I had a vision. So if he has a vision, then his helpmeet, which is me, I can, there are certain areas I can help him in. And there are certain areas that he can bring to the table and help me in. First of all, he needs to be spiritually grounded, because then he can be my leader regardless.
There you go.
Because if he's coming from the Bible, I can't argue with that. If he says God says this, and also he's coming from the Bible, I know he's not going to be jealous of me. He's not going to try to dim my light because I'm his woman and he wants to feel like the man. He's going to come in prayer. He's going to lead the household in spiritual things and being led by the Holy Spirit. And together we can build this thing.
I'm so glad you said that, Tina, because what if he's doing all that, right? But he's in a different city. He's in a different city. Would you say
I see where this is going. Hey, Tina, go ahead and pop your balloon right now, man.
I see. Like that.
Hey,
it ain't like that. It ain't like that at all.
No, like you shooting your shot, dog. What if he in the difference? I'm calling you out, Tim.
No. I'm just saying, but no, because like she said it. I mean, but hold on. All right, scratch that. Let's scratch that. So let's deal with facts. Let's deal with facts. The facts are men. Okay, African American men make $40,000. Okay, statistically they make 40,000. White men make 52,000. All right. So let me ask you this: so if you got a man that's making average 40,000, okay, and then there's another man that's making 80,000 a year, you can't tell me y'all gonna treat the 80,000 man better than a man that's making 40,000.
I'm not.
No, I feel like it go back to character.
Exactly.
It go back to character. Who treated me the best? Whoever treated me the best.
Look at Chris. Look at Chris.
Don't put me in this. I'm trying to stay on topic. Don't put me in this.
Whoever treats you the best, like, cause it could be a man that make a lot of money, but he treats you like a dog.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And you going by money, and you're getting like he's disrespecting you. But it could be a man with 40,000 that could be insecure and treat you like a dog too. So I really like what Tina said. I'm not just going by money. I'm going by mindset. Like it ain't about money. He don't have to have the same amount of money as me. I feel like, but like we gotta have the same mindset. We gotta be on one accord, because a lot of times when you yoke yourself together with somebody who not in the same mindset as you, they can look at you like offensive. Like, why we gotta do all of that? Why you gotta be such a go-getter? Like, why you can't just chill? It'll be almost offensive to where they are, because y'all not on the same page. So I think, getting back to what we said, like, you should look for people who have the same mindset as you. And a lot of times money is connected to the mindset, but sometimes it's like, if he got God can give him a vision. And like Tina said, if we're his helpmeet, we could upgrade you. We could teach you the game. Like, we could teach you business. We could teach you networking skills. You know what I'm saying? It's that foundation. Are you a man of God? Are you integral? Are you a hard worker? Are you a protector? Do you got the right foundation? We could build on the right foundation. But if you ain't got no foundation and you ain't got no money,
come on.
You don't get out of my face. What?
Hey, y'all heard what she said. She said money.
No money and you don't got God.
I get it. Hey,
come on.
Hey Tina, can you read what Shamika said? Shamika G.
Shamika says, I can't remember trying to fit in. I can adapt in different environments. I was exposed to different worlds. Grandparents, safe haven, to the hood, to in the private school, to college, to traveling the world.
Hold on.
Yeah, you're not.
Grandparents, safe haven, to the hood. So I'm
you're not fitting in. Like, she's making it.
It took me.
She's making it clear.
Them went in twos. I guess that was TO, because it took.
She's just making it clear. She's just making it clear that
okay, so she was
fitting in is not the topic of that comment right there. It's learning to adapt. That's the only thing she was talking about.
Okay, got it.
Hold on, Jaleesa said McDonald's. No, see, I do it. My point exactly. So if someone Jaleesa was like, so if that guy in the drive-through window, Mariah, try to holler at you, you know what I'm saying? She gonna be like, I'm cool.
But, hey,
show me something.
Jaleesa, what if he's got aspirations of being the assistant manager on the night shift?
Facts. Or the owner of it.
Maybe he want to be the fry cook. I mean, like,
as long as he providing with that McDonald's money, hey, it's your world.
How much do you think he can provide?
You in your role with the money. Hey, I don't care how you get, as long as you get
Shamika
it.
said, she said he can't even come home smelling like Big Macs and Whoppers.
Nah, her next comment though, I experienced some guys reading from the wrong Bible. That's a good one. That's a good one to talk about.
So what Bible was they reading from?
A lot of men are worldly these days, and women. Okay,
Facts,
so first of all,
exactly.
we're already working with the pool. The dating pool is
low.
It's full of
slim.
Right. It's slim to none to find someone who is actually trying to live for God. First of all,
unless you go outside your city.
That's gonna make you attractive to me right there. Just the fact that you're trying to live for God, because that shows that you're not easily influenced by the world. That's leadership in itself. And then you look good. Oh, okay, that's a hey, strike right there. And then you make money too. Hey, that's icing on the cake.
Different stream.
You got to have that foundation of knowing who God is.
Facts. Tracy, Tina, since you're ready, can you get Tracy?
Tracy says I make 50 to 60,000, but if he's making 40 to 50,000, it's okay. But be stable, have a great mindset, and work together. Having God within it, it will be smooth.
I agree.
So Tracy, that 50, the 40 to 50, that ain't that much under what you making. What if he in the 20 to 30 range? I mean,
yeah.
I mean that 40 to 50, that's right. I mean, y'all still right there next to each other, you know.
She said he can be making 10,000 less and nothing less.
Right, like
I know Ashley said I wouldn't even get that far. It's a no.
It's a no for me, dog.
Hold on.
You know, it would have to be, he would have to have a story behind it, okay? So if he, 2020 just happened, pandemic. Did you just get laid off? What's going on? Are you now in your starting your business and it's just getting off the ground? Let me know what's going on. That's all I need to know.
Maybe you don't have a story. Maybe he's just working. Just a hard-working man flipping burgers.
Okay, well, no.
See my point. That's what I'm talking about.
I mean, if that's as hard as you can work is to flip burgers, you ain't thought of nothing else in all this time, and you how old?
What if he happy doing what he doing?
Hold on.
No, then he needs to be happy with somebody who's happy with him doing what he do, and that's not me.
I feel like with the burgers though, you could become a millionaire off flipping burgers. Like you could get like how God raised people up. Like you could go into management. You could end up owning a company. It's about your mindset. Like, do you see yourself forever flipping burgers? Like, is this your limit? Is this
you know what's wrong?
Girl here.
You know what's wrong? What you just said, Mariah, is some of the same women that turned him down because of the burgers. Now that he got the money and he still got the burgers, they'll come back.
No, he got to have the vision to get the money. He can't be up there like, oh, I just love being a sandwich maker. That's my job. I like sandwich making.
I mean, but look, we gotta be real.
Into management? No, I don't. I just want to make sandwiches.
But we gotta be real. Money do change things. Let's be. I'm talking about money.
Because the Bible says money answereth all things. So the Bible tells us that He has given us the ability to get wealth. Okay, so if He's giving us the ability, but you're not taking advantage of that, then me and you are not compatible.
Then that's true. That's true.
So my opinion is different because I'm not religious. I don't believe in Christianity. So I feel like if I'm with a man or whoever, I feel like they should want to be their own higher self, their own God, and however they lead themselves, they should want to do their passion, and however much money it makes them, that's fine. But with me, I want somebody to come to the table complete within themselves and healed and whole within their spirit. And then, I come complete within myself, and then, we make it work from there. It's not really focused on material stuff. It's not really focused on money, because however they treat me, that's what I focus on. If I love you and you treat me, the best and a queen like I treat myself, and you happen to make this much money, that's fine. I'm not focused on that because I'm complete within myself. So whatever you do,
true.
Happy with that.
I used to think that until we got put out of our apartment and had to go move in with my sisters, and then we had a hard knock life. But he loved the heck out of me. So we are not together anymore. Not saying that was the divorce, but I'm saying life. You got to make money in life. You can love me. You can love me. Love me. But if you ain't bringing no money in this household,
life starts
sitting out on the street in love, and that's
life
just
starts
not gonna work for me. So I'm saying you're 24. I'm 37. So when I was 24, I thought the same way as you. Listen, my husband came home. He said he didn't like his job. This is a true story. I told him, he said he think he gonna quit today. I said, okay, just bring me something off of aisle 8 before you come home, because that way I'll have, I didn't question him about quitting or nothing. Guess what? We got evicted, but he loved me and I loved him. But it was some foolish, I'm not calling your way of thinking is foolish, but I had some ways of thinking while I was young, that now I think of it in a different way now.
Exactly.
And I'm just gonna put this out here, no names or anything. he's still struggling to this day with because that mindset has never changed. But at my 19-year-old mindset, that was okay for me at that time.
I wouldn't say that's okay with me. I'm just saying, like, of course I don't want you to be broke, but if what you do, it makes you money and you fine with it, that's okay. But if we fall on hard times, I'm woman enough to be like, okay, I can help you. I just won't let us get evicted because, you know, you don't have enough. I'm going to pull my weight too. But I'm not going to be with somebody who, if I be with somebody, when I say I want them complete, that means they're not going to let their family get evicted. They're not going to let their family, you know, be out in the street. So I would only do that if somebody is whole within themselves and they complete.
Hey, Tina, what Ashley say? Since you flowing tonight, because Tina flowing tonight, y'all. We gotta put her out. Man, she is flowing.
What?
I'm talking about because you on fire, so we gotta put you out because you flowing tonight.
Ashley says, money is the last thing I think about. If he is treating me right and loving me in a proper way, that's all that matters. As long as he is open to growing, I can help that person drive to become a better person and hopefully make more money. If not, it's okay, and we will figure it out.
That's what's up.
I'm gonna say this,
Ashley,
man. Like,
how old are you?
The thing that I'm gonna say is that, like, I like the idea of helping the man grow, but I think what I would like better is the idea of being okay with the man how he is. You know, like if I think everybody should be striving for growth, just period. Like, I mean, if it's spiritual, but I feel like a lot of the conversation is focused around money. You know what I'm saying? Money is not the only word. I actually just put out a video.
Facts.
I just actually put out a video today talking about how much I don't like the concept of money, because like in this video I was talking about, like, I've been going through some stuff, and when I share what I'm going through with people, the first thing people like to say is, well, you got money, you own your own house, you got a car. I'm like, to me, that means nothing. I'm grateful for everything that I have, but for me, I would rather to have a partner who is going to be down for me when I'm down. They're going to be down for me when I'm up. I want to have good friends who are there for me when I'm broke. I'd rather be, have somebody that's going to be in my corner with me and is going to be team me when I'm down here than being all the way up here and being either alone or I got a bunch of fake people around me. You know what I'm saying? Right. So like when everybody's like, hey man, you ain't got nothing to worry about, man. I know you're going through things, but you're not hungry, which is good. You know what I'm saying? You got a roof over your head, which is good. You got a car, all of that's good. But honestly, I don't care about none of that. And I think one of the things that we do, the problems that we have, is that we like to measure other people's success based on what we think is success. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can look at like somebody like LeBron James and say he's a successful basketball player, but maybe LeBron never broke the record that he was trying to break. So we're trying to measure other people's success and what's good for them, what we think is good for them, based on what we think is good for us. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm all good for helping, like if that person wants to grow, great. If that person is happy where they are, let them be happy where they are.
That is exactly right. So this is what I'm going to say here. Where I was wrong in my first marriage, I've been married twice, but the second one doesn't count because it was only 6 months. I'll tell y'all about that on another occasion. Right. But anyway, I thought that we were going to be growing into. I got married at 19, so I thought that I could, I guess, not really change him, but he was going to aspire to be more, or to do more, or make more. And I found out he was comfortable where he was. The salary he was making, he was comfortable making it for the rest of his life. So that was not compatibility right there. So he needed to find some woman that was as comfortable living that same lifestyle for the rest of her life. So it's all about compatibility, you know, and how your mindset is set up. Because like you said, there are many more things that are much more important than money. Like mental health. If you lose your mental health, hey,
you can't make no money.
Money can't restore your mental health.
Right.
You know? But anyway, so I agree that there are so many other things, but I don't want to minimize the fact that money does play a major role in marriage, because we can see in the statistics that a lot of marriages fail because of money or lack thereof. So we just can't ignore that.
I definitely I'm sorry, I'm gonna say I agree. And I think it's no, I agree. I totally agree. And it's you know, like you know, Tina, I agree with you, because it's like what you said, you know, you're 37, I'm 37. When we get to this age, now we're looking at certain things like, and I agree with DJ. Now I'm looking at credit score. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's your credit score? You know, because it's like, if you got credit score, sometimes your credit score can override some of the money that you got. You know what I'm saying? If you got a good credit score. So I just, you know, like we think differently once you get to a certain age, you know, certain things. And I totally agree with you also, DJ, when you said that, you know, like when you got certain things don't even like, okay, yeah, I got that. That's not even my concern right now. I got other issues. I got other problems. And I totally agree. You know, and sometimes I think it's just finding someone who aligns with certain things, you know, certain outlooks, you know, that where we can both grow. And I think the whole thing is, first of all, I think communication has broken down throughout the years. And that's why I think now we can't even find anybody, because people don't even know how to talk. They don't even know what to say. But see, I was once like T. I was 24, I was 25. Some things I didn't know what to say. So that's probably why I got that divorce, and because I didn't know now I know what to say. I know the conversation. I know what kind of conversation to have, but I didn't know what to say at certain times. Like, you know, so if this is me, if I'm T, I'm trying to soak in a lot of stuff, you know, because she's 20. I'm trying to soak in a lot of stuff on what to say, far as in relationships and how to talk to my spouse and what to say, when to say, how to say, because I think that all plays a role. Because even though you could be saying the right thing, it's your tone. If you come in at somebody real aggressive, they ain't gonna hear nothing you saying, even though it's the right thing. So I'm just saying.
Man, let me ask you something. What makes because we get this question as women all the time, what makes a woman feel secure in a relationship? What makes a man feel secure in a relationship with a woman?
I can answer that.
Man.
When I feel like she got my back. When I feel like she got my back, when I feel like she supports me, when there's times when she comforts me, I need comfort at times. I don't always want to be like Superman all the time, you know, like let me be Clark Kent. But I think big for me is being consistent and support for me. Like that's something that I didn't have. Like, so like if I feel like you support me and you being consistent, like that's big for me.
Okay, that's good.
Chris?
All right. Mine is first and foremost, respect yourself, because if you don't respect yourself, you're not gonna get respect from someone else. So if you respect yourself, that's good with me, because I know you're gonna respect me as well. It's in your DNA. You respect yourself, it's automatically going to translate. Consistency, like Tim said, is important. You can't be hit and miss. Support is important. A man will go through things, whether it's good or bad. If a woman is right there to support us, nothing else matters. Nothing else matters.
Yeah, knowing that she riding with us, regardless of what, she right there riding with you. And you know what? And she saying, instead of saying, "Oh, you are no good," you know what I'm saying? You can do all this, but she say, "Babe, I got your back. Look, we're gonna be all right. We're gonna make it. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna come together. Let's pray." That woman that even when, and let's say this, there's some times where the man may not feel like praying. He's like, "I don't want to pray right now," but she still get on her knees and she pray. You know what I'm saying? Because she praying for her man. Because man, I'm just saying, like, yeah. Like, yeah. Hey, I get on one knee, be like, "Hey, let me marry you."
I'm very big on respecting. I'm very big on a woman respecting herself, because that's the only way you're going to start getting respect is if you respect yourself.
Facts. All right, DJ's on you, man.
I'm gonna fall in line with the support thing. I mean, I think that's like so important, you know, like for me, being a business owner, you know, being the visionary that I am, you gotta understand that comes like, you know, like the money and all of that, that's a work in progress. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta be, you know, understanding. It might be some times where I might have to rely on you financially. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to build something. You know what I'm saying? And I know, you know, in my profession, I have colleagues who, you know, have their own businesses and they're doing really well. And their wives or the women in their lives are very much so a part of that business. You know what I'm saying? They're answering phones, responding back to emails, taking leads and all of that stuff while he's out there actually doing the work and stuff like that. So, I mean, you know, that might not be your thing. You might not have signed up to be some guy's secretary, you know what I'm saying? But the men that I know who are running successful businesses, multi-million-dollar businesses, almost always has their woman as a part of the business somewhere. Not that she don't have her own thing, you know what I'm saying? That she might have her own 9-to-5 career, maybe even her own business. But you know, it's like if I have that vision for something, no, this ain't gonna happen overnight. You know what I'm saying? Know that I might not have the best paying jobs. I'm like, for me, for example, back when I first started working at iHeartMedia, I took a job. When they hired me on, they like, it's $10 an hour. I'm like, whoa, hold on. This is a part of my career. You know what I'm saying? This is something that I'm chasing for my career. And I gotta be like, hey, listen, I worked really hard to get into this company. They gave me an opportunity. I got my foot in the door, but it's a $10 an hour job. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not. And this is the thing that I think a lot of people think is that I was making less working for the country's biggest radio station than what the guy at McDonald's was making. You know what I'm saying? I know for sure Burger King was paying more than I was making as a radio professional. You know, so does it matter that I'm flipping burgers when I'm making more than the dude that's actually in his career?
Come on. Yeah.
So you gotta be, you know, when I come to you and say, hey, you know what, this is a career move for me, you gotta be like, babe, do your thing. I got us. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, because there's no way I can support both of us on a $10 an hour income. You know what I'm saying? There's just no way. I can't even support myself on a $10 income. So I'm right there with the other guys. What's gonna make me secure is knowing that you got my back, knowing that this ain't gonna be easy. You know what I'm saying? Like, we might not always have gas in the car, but I also feel where you're coming from, ladies. The vision's got to be there. You know what I'm saying? So when I went into this job, I knew I was coming in on the ground level. I knew that, you know, I had to do, you know, a job that when I was there, I hated the job. I hated what I was doing. You know what I'm saying? But I had a plan. Like, I knew when I went in, I got my foot in the door. I got to do a little BS to get started. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, the progress was there. And just for me, right as I was like, you know, finally got from editing commercials and all of that, right as I went on air on 92.3, everything kind of fell apart. I was just like, look, this ain't working. And I left there to become a teacher. You know what I'm saying? So, and quadrupled my income. But that was such a career shift. That was not, you know what I'm saying? That's not what I went to school for. None of that. You know what I'm saying?
But you made the right moves for your house though, right?
I made the right move for my house, and I like kids. So I mean, like, so for me, it was the right thing going into elementary school. I didn't think I was gonna, you know, enjoy it as much as I did. I do feel like I was led there, you know, I divinely led to what I do. And from that, I mean, I'm no longer teaching as of this coming year. I'm now case managing kids with behavioral problems. You know what I'm saying? So it's more one-on-one, which has, even that move has jumped, you know, income wise. But I'm gonna say this, it didn't happen overnight. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about something that took about 15 years to do. So if you know what I'm saying, like, so you have to decide, ladies and gentlemen, actually, if you're gonna ride with somebody for 15 years, you know what I'm saying, going from a $10 income to a 6-figure income, but it took 15 years to do it. But you done bailed out on me back when I, you know what I'm saying, when it wasn't cool. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm hearing you not.
That's real talk.
You know?
That's real talk.
But women, like, I feel like women are not created to carry the financial burden of the household. Even with it being, I understand where you're coming from, like, because we all fall on hard times and things happen to both men and to women. But I've seen where women carried the financial burden of the household, even for a while, you know, the guy was getting himself together, and it affected the marriage greatly. It affected their relationship emotionally, physically, that intimacy, all of that tension was a big factor, you know, with finances. So for me personally, I feel like at the end of the day, money is money. Like, if you decide to work at Amazon, if you decide to work at McDonald's, as long as you know how to, you know, provide and protect for the household and cover us, like, I wouldn't mind you working at, like, even if it was like $10 an hour, like, you can, especially if you have a vision, you like, okay, this $10 an hour, but I'm about to be real good with my money. I'm about to, with this $10 an hour, I'm about to pay off credit card debt. $10 an hour. We not gonna be eating out every week, but you gonna have a roof over your head. You know, you ain't gonna have the nicest car, but I'm gonna make sure, you know, you get to where you gotta go. I feel like that is still, you could, in America, like, you could still get by. Like, especially in America, like, we have so many opportunities, including McDonald's, including Amazon. I mean, they just hiring people, especially for the holiday season. Like, it you know, do what I feel like. Even me as a woman, because I'm not married right now, if a bill come up or something comes up in my life, I understand I have to do what I have to do. You know what I'm saying? I have to, if I have to work 2 jobs, if I have to do this, do that, I have to do what I have to do to figure it out and make it work what's best for me. So I feel like in a relationship, it does affect, you know, that dynamic of the relationship.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Hey, hold on real quick. Real quick. Because I want to get this Mariah, this comment goes right into your what you just said, Shamika G. And I'm gonna get you DJ. She said you can be a super supportive woman, but because your dollar is higher, some men have issues with that and problems arise. Ooh, so
that's
how
true.
does that come into fact?
I mean, that has a lot to do with a man's mental health and the way that he thinks of himself. If some men be trying to throw that in women's faces, like, why don't you pick an average guy and why don't you do this? But do you not know the average guy that does not, sometimes they don't make enough money, they pick their own selves apart, and then they start picking you apart too. They begin to be the toxic person in the relationship because they're down on themselves for not making more than you, and you're the one making more than them.
I think for me, it never really mattered if, you know, if the woman I was with made more money. I think what bothered me more is when I had the $10 jobs and I was in that period when I'm trying to make I think at the back of my head, I was always felt like if something were to happen to her job, I can't take care of us. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't care that she made more money or whatever, but if like
It's good.
if that income is gone, can I do it on mine? You know, I mean, maybe not, because you know my thing was always living well. I always tried to live well below my means. I think that's more important than anything. You know, you can have all the money in the world, like the brokest people in the world are millionaires. You know what I'm saying? Because they're living above, you know, their means. You know, so I mean, as long as you know understand budgeting and all of that. But my, you know, that was my thing. That was my personal sort of hang up as a man. Like, you know, all right, she make more than me, cool, by a lot, cool. But I'm like, if something happens to that income, is my income gonna be able to support the household? Nah, that was the thing that ate at me.
You know? I mean, now, bro, I'm kind of opposite a little bit, because like when I was married, I was supporting. I took care of everything, okay, and I got to the point where I lost my job, and she had the support, but I had issues. I had issues with her. With her support, I'm like, nah, man, like I'm the man, you know what I'm saying? But see, God had to humble me. God had to humble me. And I think as a man, sometimes we got to go through that humbling stage where I had to look at like she's not trying to hurt me, but she's trying to help me. And so I was there, but see, once again, this is like when I was 27, 28. I'm 37 now, so I feel differently now. You know, it's just different, but I had to grow to become this. Let's give Ashley. She said case management. I almost shot my shot on this live. Let me go sit in the corner. Hey, Ashley trying to shoot her shot.
All right. Who said they was case management? I don't know who.
Wait a minute now. Ashley, go ahead and shoot your shot. We want to know who put the balloons up, guys. Ashley.
Balloons up.
How old are you? Wait, she's 29, I believe, you guys. Where are you from?
But I don't know who.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Nisi said communication is the key. Hold on. Let me stop. All right. So Nisi says communication is the key. You can't shut down. You have to communicate every single good and bad time. Don't forget, it's hard for a partner as well. They're in it with you.
Facts. I totally agree. And there's times where I did shut down. I shut it down and I didn't communicate very well. You know, see, I could tell my flaws of like, you know, areas where I messed up and stuff. But yeah, like I didn't do, you know, everything right. You know what I'm saying? And I think when we try to admit that, you know, I failed in some areas or, you know, some things that I did, I think we can become a better person. But if you think you're just so perfect and you didn't do no wrong at all and you try to blame it off on the other person, I think that's where we fail, you know what I'm saying, as a people, because, you know, like we're not taking accountability. We're not looking at what I did. It's just all them, they caused me to do this, or, you know, but it's all about looking at yourself at the end of the day, because you trying to blame them, but you don't want to sit by yourself still. So I'm just saying. T, what you got on it, man? You've been quiet over there.
So I've been wanting to, I just want to say, like, personally, I feel like I don't really believe in traditional stuff, but I do feel like in my life, I do want a man to lead, but I don't feel like the burden of the finances has to be all on him. I feel like men's mental health is just as important as women. And if he can't do what he supposed to do or feel like he should do at the moment, it shouldn't be a problem for the woman to carry that. If she does love him, it doesn't have to be on her for all, you know, that time. But I feel like if she loves him, it shouldn't be a problem to pick up what he's lacking, because y'all are a unit.
Facts. I totally agree. I totally agree. Let's get to some of these.
I think that last one was directed towards me. Let me Jaleesa, let me address that real quick. So she said, did you sabotage the relationship because you were concerned about if you had to carry y'all along? Interesting thing about that was my career was already in progress after I graduated from college, and I was still up in Northeast Ohio, Cleveland area. My career was already in progress, and my dad had passed right after I graduated, and my mom was diagnosed with cancer the day of my dad's funeral. And I was just coming out of a relationship. So for me at the time, I came back to Cincinnati, helped take care of my mother until she passed. And in that process, I, got into this relationship. And when I came back to Cincinnati, it was almost like starting over for me, right? Because I was already in my career. But what I noticed was that for her, like I have a very small family. She has a big family. Her family is very important to her. Her career was very important to her. And I had personally I could have went back to Cleveland. I had work lined up in Tampa, Florida, and in Las Vegas. And I pushed all of that aside so she could have a career. You know what I'm saying? Because I saw how being here in Cincinnati was more beneficial to her than it was for me. So I intentionally put myself in sort of a hardship. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't have, it wasn't a choice to be in a hardship, but I knew that being here was going to be harder for me in my career. But because being here worked for her, I stayed here and let her, help support her career to flourish while putting mine on the back burner.
That's what's up.
So that's how that happened. So no, I wouldn't say that I sabotaged it. It was a choice. It really was a choice for the greater good of our relationship. But now I'm here by myself. So
hey, but look, hey, I commend you, DJ, for real. I commend you, man, because a lot of men won't do that. A lot of men won't,
I won't do it again.
First of all, the ego comes into play too much, and so I commend you on that, bro, for sure.
It was in the long run, it was not appreciated. I will never do it again, never. But that's how it happened. So
hold on, Jaleesa said, in marriage you sign up for highs and lows. In situationships, you don't have to.
True.
That is facts.
But I do think, though, in the situationships, you have to be able to be there for the highs and lows if you want to ultimately get that ring. Because I had my ex that I was with in college. She started doing some things I didn't particularly care for. And she was like, I don't see no ring on this finger, because I wasn't married to her. And I was like, guess what? You ain't getting one. I was like, I'm not gonna give it to you. I'm not. You got to start acting right now.
Hey, that's a topic that we don't even want to get into. T, what was you gonna say? You was about to say something.
Well, I was gonna ask. So, if you met a woman that you felt like was perfect for you, and you had to do that situation again, would you still not do it?
Yeah, no, I wouldn't do it again. So no, but seriously, because what happened was it put me in a situation where I couldn't provide. You know what I'm saying? It put me, in a situation where, like I said, my career took a whole lot longer to accomplish, and totally switch careers at that, because it wasn't happening for me here. So to answer your question, I feel like, how like when you get on an airplane, they say with the mask come down, you got to secure your own mask before you can secure somebody else.
Yeah.
Even before the children, you know what I'm saying? You got to see, if I'm no good, then I can't be any good for you. You know what I'm saying? So, but hopefully, if you are the supportive woman that I hope you are for me, because as we all mentioned, the support is the key thing. If I'm good, then you're gonna be good. You know what I'm saying? If you want to build your own business, I'm gonna be like, hey, I got us. You go build your business. You know what I'm saying? So I can't help you being in the space that I was in. And like I said, ultimately, the reason why I say I wouldn't is because it turned out not to be appreciated. You know what I'm saying? When I'm being ridiculed for how much money I make and whatever, blah, 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 I'm like, hold on, I did this for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had work lined up here and there, you know, other places I could have been. But because here worked for you, I sacrificed that for the greater good of the relationship. But it wasn't appreciated. So I got to make sure that I'm taking care of myself. She's perfect for me. If she can't understand that, then she's not perfect for me. You know.
Man, hey, that's good right there, man. That's good. That's hey, Jaleesa asked something. She said, you learn from your marriage. I guess she's talking to me. Yeah, like, I mean, but even if, you know, like, I think we should just learn from like whatever we go through in life. You know, like, if you're not learning, then something's wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how it was an old saying, like, you know, like, you should learn something new every day. Now, the older I get, I understand that now. I understand that more and more, that saying when they say, you know, you should learn something every day. Every day you should try to adapt and learn something and grow. I got Chris, man, you've been too quiet up there, man.
Man, yeah.
Too quiet, man.
Hey, man, y'all went off topic. Y'all needed to get off y'all chest. So I was like, I'm just sit here and listen. I had to sit here and listen, taking everything.
Come on, hey, you gotta adapt. Remember, like they were talking about adapting.
Yeah, I was gonna cut you off a few times, but I was like, nah, I would let them keep going. They saying some good stuff. People need to hear it.
I mean,
we just going through the comments. That's all. Going through the comments.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Because like, I mean, like, it's been real good tonight. And Jaleesa, man, God, she been in it. She been in it, man. Tina, what she say?
Right now she's saying add dating multiple people on the docket. It has not been covered already. That would be good because requiring women to be a wife or a man to be a husband without the commitment or engagement is nasty work.
Ooh, that's good.
So requiring a woman to do wifely duties or a man to be a husband to you and you're not married. Is that
where do you bridge that gap then?
Hey guys, real quick, I'm gonna have to jump out and jump back in. My computer my screen froze up, so give me a second. I'll be right back in.
Okay.
All right.
Hey, I totally says add dating multiple people on the plot. Okay, like, I don't agree with that. That's now look. So if I'm dating someone, I'm just dating just one person. Like, I don't have the capacity now to date several women. I'm sorry. I just can't. I know people say date multiple people. I can't. I just don't, like, I don't have the time, and you know, I may slip up and be like, hey, such and such, good morning, such and such. I'm like, oop, I called her the wrong name. Yeah, see, I ain't got time to be dating multiple people. I can't do that. I know a lot of people say date multiple people. I can't do that though. What do y'all think on that?
So I feel like people put too much emphasis on marriage. Like, everything don't have to be so official and changed then. Like, I feel like it should be like that in a relationship too. And I feel like if somebody want to be with me, they should show me that they want to be with me. I'm not going to put too much emphasis on them, like everything that everybody focus on nowadays, like how much money you make and all that stuff. I feel like if you want to be with me, then show me that you want to be with me. So that means that you should put in the effort, the energy, and you should do that while we're dating, while we're in a relationship. And as far as dating multiple people, I like to talk to one person at one time, but it's some people who just not built to talk to one person. It may just be they may just like polygamy, so I can't tell them they wrong for that. If it's a woman who likes, oh, you can go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think that dating multiple people may need to be defined, because some of us may be thinking something different than what others are thinking. So what I'm thinking when she's saying dating multiple people is you're in the data collecting phase of where you're collecting data on several people, or maybe not several people, but more than one person, to see who it is that you want to be exclusively dating. And so exclusively dating is when you have cut everybody else off and now you're focused on this one person to develop, to see if this is going to turn into a relationship or not.
Well,
and if
it sounds like you could date multiple people then, Tina.
Me? Yes. I mean, I can. And I have.
We have done it. We have done it before.
I mean, but I did it like at a different age when I wasn't like, I did that when I was, still playing around.
How many dates have you actually? I don't want to say give me an exact number because you might not know, but how many women were you interested in that you actually went on a date with after the separation of you and your wife?
After my divorce, what in 19?
So you've been on multiple dates, correct?
Huh?
You've been on multiple dates, correct?
Have I been on multiple dates since 2019? Yeah, I have. I was.
So of course you can.
But
no, he's talking about
Hold
relationships.
No. That's not at
dating
one time.
But dating and relationships are different, totally different.
But hold on, no. I'm talking about at one time. So, like for instance, I'm talking. No, I mean like. So put it like this: I'm not going on a date with Trina Saturday, and then Sunday I'm going on a date with Lisa. No, I'm not doing that. No.
That's dating though. That's dating. That's not relationship.
But I'm gonna go with that one person. I'm gonna stick with that one person.
Well, that's a relationship.
Tim, let me tell you where you could be shooting yourself in the foot. Okay. Let's say that this one person is good at sending a representative for at least 2 to 3 months.
And we all gonna do that though. We all gonna do that.
No, I'm not gonna send a representative for nobody because I don't want nobody wasting my time. Either you like me for me or you don't. So let's just say this particular person does send a representative. Well, you just decided to knock Tiffany at the grocery store. They tried to pass you her number. That may have been more so your fit. But you didn't give her a chance. Now you don't know where Tiffany is once you find out that Trina been playing you.
Well, if it don't work out,
or Trina now coming out of the mask and Tiffany long gone. So basically what I'm saying, the data collecting phase is more so like, okay, Tiffany, we can go out Sunday. I got something to do. You ain't got to tell Tiffany I'm dating so-and-so on Saturday, but you can say, yeah, I'm free on Sunday. So now you kind of getting a feel for both of them. It's like the balloon popping thing. You need to know, is Tiffany better for me or is Trina better for me?
Well, I mean, I think that works for certain people. It don't work for everybody though. It don't work for everybody.
I feel like when you valuable, like if I have something that's valuable, let's say I was selling a house and I put money into this house, I redid the kitchen, I really just invested so much into this house. Am I gonna go with the first offer for the house?
Right.
Like, are you gonna go with the first offer that you get? Like, okay, this is the first one.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
That's beneath the market. And like, I'm gonna just put all my eggs with it, and then right around the corner is somebody that's willing to go above the value of that house and willing to do more. I think that's what she's getting at more. Like when something or you see yourself as valuable. I know, speaking for myself, I'm not gonna go with the first offer. I'm gonna see which offer works best and which one is in alignment, and then that's the one that I'm probably gonna go with.
But what's the deadline? So so just kind of using your analogy, right? So usually you will have a deadline, right? And say, look, best offer by this time. And even in a relationship if you're dating, I still think you should have something of a deadline, because how long are you going to, carry breadcrumbs somebody along while you're trying to make your decision?
I don't really think it's like breadcrumbing if you got like
my point right there.
That person, like if that person is dating multiple people, y'all have an understanding that we're getting to know each other. We're getting to know each other. You know, are you looking? Because some people fall in love faster than the other one. So it don't necessarily mean you breadcrumbing. This person may feel more of a connection to you before you feel it. We don't have to be in love at the same time. It may take me time to figure out if you're the one for me. You may have thought I'm the one for you, but I have to also feel like you're the one for me. And I don't know, like, I feel like it's not a specific time, but when you know, you know. Like, but if I see this person is like falling in love with me, or this person is really developing strong feelings, and I don't want them to get hurt, and I know that I'm not sure, I'm gonna be honest throughout the whole process and let them know, hey, I am accepting other offers. I'm not, you know, we're not together. We have no commitment. I'm not doing anything behind your back, but I do want to make sure wisdom and is this the right decision? I don't want to just jump the gun and be like, you're my man because you like me. Like,
I feel like the deadline should be, sorry to interrupt you, but I feel like the deadline should be when you find out y'all not compatible. Like, it's no need to go further than there to find out if they're the one for you. Like,
it don't take long. It don't take long.
I guess what I'm saying is that if you're dating multiple people, right, and you have maybe one person who is showing a strong interest, right, but you're not really there yet with anybody, I'm like, at what point, or as I imagine at some point, to be fair to that person, you gotta, like, being honest is definitely the first thing. Like, I'm not ready to make a decision on that. That's definitely honest. But I mean, I feel like maybe at some point you gotta, say something. You know what? I take that back, because I think if I was on the other end of it, if I was one of the guys you were dating, if you're taking too long, then I'm out.
Yeah, it's like you have free will. It's an open communication, and you can see if this person is right for you too. Like, maybe you don't want to wait. I know some guys, they get married as soon as they meet somebody. Some other guys, if they longer. So I feel like that's something that y'all would like individually work out. But I'm not gonna rush my decision because is ready to get married. Like, I'm sorry that maybe I'm not the person for you, but I feel like I want to. You deserve to have somebody that's sure about you, and likewise, the girl deserve to have a guy that's sure about her. If a guy told me he not sure about me, then go ahead, be where you're sure, where you're positive that I don't want to be with somebody.
Facts.
I think
though, I totally agree.
I think though the one danger in that is that once you're ready to make that decision, and the one that you choose is the one that already, like, I'm popping my own balloon, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? But you were like, yo, that was the one. Now he off to something else, or she off.
I can now, if it's dragging on for like 1 or 2 years, and this person is still hanging on, they still wondering like what's your decision. Yeah, they need to go and pop their balloon, because I don't think it takes nobody that long.
Well, I'm gonna pop my balloon because I'm not doing that. But look, I like what Shamika said, because like we over our time. But I do like what Shamika said. She said, because I got to get hers in because she agreed with me. So she said, I tried it, but the most comfortable with a mate that I can go all in with. Multiple can become competitive and messy. I totally agree. And then she answered your question, Tina. She said, Ariolo comment. She said, if it is meant to be, Tiffany will swing back around.
No, that's a fact.
No, Tiffany might be with somebody else.
That's my point. That's my point. By that time,
I feel like
if we being real, we all have been played with at some point in our life.
For sure.
Were we always available when they came back around?
No,
whatever.
No. That's true. But y'all, look, like, y'all, we over our time, and I truly think, hey, can everybody share this? Everybody that's still on watching, can y'all share this? I got to get our topic for next week. I think it's going to be so good. I'm just looking forward to this, y'all. I appreciate all the input. I appreciate T. Thank you. Hey, so real quick for the ones that's on here, Mariah, what do you have coming up?
Yes,
Let the people know.
I'm doing a big conference in Detroit. So we're doing a citywide conference in Detroit Friday, August the 9th, Saturday, August the 10th. It's going to be a 2-day conference. You guys are welcome to be a part. We're actually doing, it's funny that I'm on this thing. We're doing a relationship panel too. So we would definitely, maybe y'all can come out and visit us in the city of Detroit. Everybody is so welcoming. It's really you just feel the vibes. It's a hometown. So we're doing an adult game night. We're doing prayer service in the morning, but we're also doing like networking, meet and greet. We're gonna have a business seminar. We're gonna have a relationship panel, and we're gonna have a service at the end. So
you know what? I was this close to being in Detroit this weekend too.
Really? You should come definitely. You guys, I'm gonna post it on my social media, but I would love for all of you guys to join. It's a lot of young people in the city. We got business owners, people in government, politics, just beauty industry. We're gonna bring a lot of great people that really love God together and just see what happens.
That's what's hey, how can the people reach you? How can the people reach you?
Yes, they can reach me on social media. It's Mariah Powell on everything. So Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube. I do content on faith, beauty, and lifestyle.
All right. Tina, what you got for us?
My camera messed up. Can y'all see me?
Yeah, we can see you.
Oh
there.
Yeah, we can see you.
Oh, okay. No, I don't really have anything right now, but Mariah, I love that concept. I have an event space here in Arkansas. If you want to bring it to Arkansas, hey.
Yeah, girl, let's connect.
Head it up. Yes.
I'm a girl's girl, so like when I'm on your hit, I'm on your team. Like I'm completely supportive. So yes, my new sister.
Okay. Sounds good.
T, what you got for us?
So I don't really have, nothing coming up. I just want to wish everybody well on here, and I thank you for inviting me on here.
No problem.
And y'all can reach me at Instagram on it's Talandia _. My TikTok, she's top tier #1, and at Facebook on Aliyah Trese, Trese.
All right, well, you coming back? So like, you will be back.
Just let me know.
Yeah. Chris, what you got for us, man?
You know what? I told you a while ago what I'm working on. It's just videos to help out the platform. There will be some that's only going to be on YouTube. Again, there'll be some that's only going to be on YouTube.
Yeah, got to check out our YouTube page at My Life Speaks all together. And it's not the red or the yellow word. It's the red logo. DJ, what you got for us?
Well, I figured for the rest of the week, maybe for the rest of the month, I was gonna spend some time on my couch underachieving.
Yes.
So like, nah, man. Just booked up a lot of weddings and stuff, man. That I didn't know was coming. So I'm gonna be doing a bunch of that, and I think I'll be back DJing at the Holy Grail. I think on one of these weekends, man. I'll let y'all know. It's y'all will get the update on that before. What's up?
I need a DJ too for the game. Don't
make it happen.
I'm gonna reach out.
Yeah, definitely.
That's
so
what's
yeah,
up.
you got that going on. I'll be back on the show before I'm there, so I'll update.
Just remind us,
yeah, for sure. All right, well, look. Hey, I appreciate everybody. Hey, our topic next week, y'all. Our topic next week is how masturbation /porn destroyed my relationship. That's gonna be next week. Look at Mariah.
I'm not gonna be on that show. Next weekend. It ain't my week next week.
It ain't my week next week.
I know my girl Tina gonna be on.
Really?
All right, man. I ain't gonna be on that show.
Really?
Tina gonna be on. Like,
since I ain't gonna be on that show, I'm gonna just say, like, masturbation ain't never ruined none of my relationships. It might have ruined a couple. It might have ruined a couple of T-shirts or something, but never a relationship. You know what I'm saying?
Oh Lord,
I'm logging off.
He not ready.
Hey, y'all, get one of these.
Hey, for sure, y'all. Hey, y'all.
They make good napkins. No.
Oh my God. Hey, y'all. I appreciate everybody for being on, y'all. All those in the comments, I thank y'all. Y'all, we'll be back next Tuesday once again. It's My Life Speaks. Everybody, don't go nowhere. Mariah don't go nowhere. T don't go nowhere, y'all. We're going to be backstage. Once again, y'all, much love. Y'all be blessed. We'll see y'all next Tuesday.